Hellsing, released in 2003 and starring the voice of Crispin Freeman as the voice of Alucard. Or Alucard, it really doesn't really depend on how much you say it. You're probably guessing when I first was able to see this amazing anime series. Well, um, I kind of don't want to admit it because there's a lot of people that are going to be pissed at me. I actually got my hands on it to see it last year. Yeah, I missed out on this series for 14 years. And there's a kind of good reason why. Before I actually got into horror films, the first horror movie I've actually officially saw was John Carpenter's The Thing. I love that movie. It is one of the best horror movies I've ever seen. And I kind of grew on into more as I went on. There's some that I stay away from, but most of them I'm really interested in. And the thing is that I was a fan of anime, always growing up, like I stated, probably haven't yet. I grew up with Yu Yu Hakusho, I grew up with Dragon Ball Z, and when you think Yu Yu Hakusho, that's some pretty dark territory stuff there, but I guess I must have overlooked this one, and even if I tried to watch it, my parents would have been like, oh god, no, you're not. Even if I tried to fight myself to stay awake back in 2003, my parents still would have not let me see this because it probably would have scarred me for life. So, here we're talking about Hellsing, the story of Alucard, who worked for Integra Van Helsing of the Hellsing organization. So, Alucard had been around with the Hellsing organization, we don't know for how many years. According to what I can pretty much find out, he was there since the beginning, basically. He was captured by Integra's father, he was held hostage, and then Integra, after her father died, would manage to get her hands on this incredibly powerful demon, vampire lord. So, yeah. Crispin Freeman as Alucard does an amazing job. If you heard his voice in other anime, Hellsing is where he goes over the top. He doesn't have to be like loud or energetic, but the way how he performs Alucard is just amazing. How he'll just sit there, basically almost a little bit like Kevin Conroy in a sense. Like Kevin Conroy at times doesn't have to scream or shout to make a scene work for him, but the way how he says it and the emotion he brings into what he's saying and how he delivers it really sells it, and that's how Crispin Freeman sells Alucard. So there is a woman, Sarah Victoria, who actually does end up becoming a vampire by Alucard, but it's not by her choice and it's not by Alucard's mistake. There is a vampire at the beginning who basically in a weird sense, is a priest that becomes a vampire, which you would think is really obscured. Because you would never think a priest, someone who is high of the church, becomes a vampire, because in every vampire movie, they're supposed to be the symbol of peace and hope, and they're not supposed to be getting killed by a vampire, but I kind of find that just a little bit funny. No disrespect to anybody out there who goes to church, no disrespect at all. So they actually have this epic shootout in the church, and then Alucard tells, Victoria, if you want to live, I can give you another chance to live, but I have to shoot you in order to kill the man behind you. So he does, and he ends up saving her by turning into a vampire, and she is a servant of Alucard. But basically, Alucard doesn't really, I could see this in Team 4 Star. I don't know if they've done it or not, because I've only seen some bits and pieces of Hellsing's Bridge. But he could go around with Victoria going, Victoria, I'm thirsty. Can you bring me a drink to my chambers? Victoria, I'm cold. Fetch me my slippers. Victoria, I'm too hot. Take off my coat. Now, I don't see him doing that. He gives her a lot of free will, and he only talks to her when he needs to, or when he knows that she's supposed to be doing something that she's not supposed to be doing. And what's really cool about the Sarah Victoria character in this is that she's supposed to be a vampire, but she keeps ignoring the fact that this is what she is now. She keeps wanting to be a human, and Alucard doesn't disrespect that. He can totally understand, but he always keeps telling her, like, listen, if you don't drink this blood I'm giving you, your body's gonna become weak, you're not gonna be able to fight, and your teammates are gonna die. And I don't want to see that happen, but you got to do something. It's like a father caring for a daughter, and it's really sweet and respectful in that way. Until later in the series, that is. So there's a lot of really good episodes here, even though it's only 13 episodes long. They are a damn good 13 episodes, and there are a lot of episodes that doesn't play on a vampire at all, and doesn't barely have any violence in it, but it's really, really awesome. There is one episode that I really do like, and here I gotta look to see what it's called. Hold on here. The Red Rose Vertigo. In this episode, a vampire hypnotizes Integra and makes her think that she had a sister from long, long ago. But later, Integra's like, wait just a damn minute. I don't have a sister. And there's a really creepy but yet kind of sexy scene where the vampire sort of has her like almost paralyzed, and she's sort of like kissing her neck. She like bites her bra or whatnot. She's licking her from like the cleavage up and down, and then she bites her. I'm like, I don't know if that's fan service or if that's just put in there just for references. I don't understand it, but it was really awesome to see actually Integra, leader of Hellsing, she get basically hypnotized and used against, and I thought that was pretty interesting, because you wouldn't think that a woman of this power and of this hierarchy, this woman that dealt with these monsters for God knows how many years, actually succumbed to one, really begs the question of, okay, so what's going to happen now? There's also another episode that I really do like where someone basically goes like a Mad Hatter and uses like little data chips in the back of a brain. And it's really, really cool how it happens, and it kind of turns them into vampires, and it's really unique. The final episode is a very unique one, and is by far the best ending anime battle that I've ever seen. I never got my hands on anime on Hellsing Unlimited though, very sadly, for Hellsing Ultimate, Hellsing Ultimate. And so I've never seen Hellsing Ultimate. I do know that it is longer than Hellsing itself, but it was a great start for an anime. The creator, if you get this version, the complete series by Universal, they do have a bonus feature on it where you get to see a staff interview with everybody that worked on this anime. Some of them have never read this story and just went in blind without knowing anything about it, and I think that's really cool because they did such an amazing job. And again, Crispin Freeman really does sell Alucard to a T. So, if you're a fan of horror anime, I can definitely say that Hellsing is definitely one for you. If you're a fan of Team 4 Star, I'd recommend checking out Hellsing the Bridge. I've never really gotten around to really sit down and watch it, so if you were expecting me to do like a parody of that, so to speak, I sadly can't give you that satisfaction, because yeah, I'm sorry. So, I can definitely recommend that you check out Hellsing. Very, very good anime, really good anime. What's really funny about it though, I just gotta say this though, if it ends on a sad note, suddenly you get Shine by Mr. Big playing in the background, really feeling good right now when the song came out, and it's all it's talking about. And every time I look at you, I feel so alive. It's like, I'm sorry. It's like you're looking at the TV going, I'm sorry, what happened? And you're just sitting there like, okay. One Punch Man, which I will review probably next month or next year, does it kind of the same where it's like something dark happens and then it's like happy ending and it's like, why? So I think it's pretty funny. So there's a good 13 past episode. I can definitely tell you that it might feel boring, but the ending episode really sells it. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are a fan of of Hellsing. Let me know what your favorite episode is down in the comment section below. My favorite, again, is Red Rose Vertigo. I really do like that episode. I thought it was really good, really impactful, and it really gets you guessing at what's going on. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to join me down on my Twitter, down in the description below. Like, comment, and subscribe. Check out some more of my Halloween videos. And I will be back on Friday with some more horror Halloween specials. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out Hellsing, and I'll see you next time. I'm sorry.